Go to the very basics of computer. So we have something like virtual memory. So what is the virtual memory and how you can view the virtual memory? To view the virtual memory effectively, what you can do is that you can press Window R key, and from there you can simply write MS Info 32. So basically what it is basically doing is that Microsoft information, and it is pulling out the information from the system 32 folder. So that's why it's 32. It's not something like 64 bits operating system or 32 bits operating system, not something like that. It's a system 32 folder which lies on your computer, from where it pulls out the data, and it pulls out the data of I mean what data it will be pulling out. It will be pulling out Microsoft. So I don't need this particular program and features window anymore. Let me close this window. The video which I was previously working on, or I was previously trying to demonstrate, in this particular video I showed appwiz.cpl. For that particular video I had opened that window, and that window is not required anymore. So as I was discussing that MS Info 32, so Microsoft information, you are not pulling information for some other operating system like Linux or Mac operating system, but you are pulling out the information for this particular operating system, that is Microsoft information. But you are pulling the information you need to pull out the information for this computer which lies in the system 32 of this computer. So that's MS Info 32, and let's press enter. So after hitting enter, you will be given several options. You will be given all the details of your computer. Like I am having a processor of i7, and it is having only two cores, something like two cores, and it's running on 2601 megahertz. It's a pretty old machine, because as far as my knowledge goes, 3 gigahertz machines are way bit faster, and that's what the modern laptops or modern computers comes up. So my computer is a bit slow. So that's not the point of view. That's not the topic of our discussion, that why my computer is running slow or it is lagging behind after other computers. My particular thing would be something here in this virtual memory section. So what is this? Total virtual memory is 16 GB. So what is this virtual memory? So as you all know, it's the basic of the computer, that whenever operating system loads on your computer, what happens is that you are loading up your operating system from the BIOS. The operating system gets loaded, and it is stored in the RAM. Any application which you are running on your computer, it gets stored in the RAM. So imagine like you have a table. In a table, if you the bigger the table is, the more books or the more application you can keep. Similarly, the more RAM you have, the more applications you can keep. But what about the data of the applications? So you are working on MS Word, or you are working on Google Chrome, and you have not pressed Control S. That means you have not saved the data. So this data which is running in the air, it shouldn't lie in the air, right? It should lie somewhere. This temporary type of data, it should be stored. It should be kept in somewhere in the memory, so that when the application needs it, it will be calling out from the hard disk. That particular memory, my guys, is known as virtual memory. In this virtual memory, whatever application you are running, the applications are generally being kept on the RAM, from where the applications are get executed in threads. That's some other topics. But this virtual memory is the particular memory in which the data of this particular applications are being stored and being kept and held. So as you can you already imagine that if you have a larger table, you can have more applications running parallelly. Similarly, if you have a larger virtual memory, so the data which these applications are working on, you can keep more data. So your computer is definitely to run a bit more faster than the previous instance of time. So what you can do is that you can change this virtual memory by simply hitting this simple command, which is window R followed by sysdm. So what is this sysdm for? And .cpl. Sysdm means CPL, yeah, system disk management. So disk means hard disk, and you are managing this disk, and you are calling this particular wizard. There will be some wizard from where you will be making some changes. You are calling it from the control panel. Now hit enter and see what happens. So here you have this something like computer name. You don't need to bother about all this stuff. All you need to do that, you need to click on this advanced section, and from this performance you need to click on the settings. Now you need to go into this particular section, advanced, and from there you need to select this change option. From there you need to change, uncheck this. I have already unchecked because this particular thing I have already did this practically, and I have found the effect that my computer is running a bit faster than earlier instance of time. So first of all, you need to uncheck this particular option. This option is kept on. You need to uncheck this option, and there in the custom size, in the initial size section, in the maximum size section, write the size of the virtual memory which you are trying to allocate for your hard disk. Give the initial size, give the maximum size, keep it same, and after that click on this set button. After clicking on this set button, your virtual memory size would get increased, and you might need to reboot your computer. So that's all for this particular video. If you find it handy, you will find it handy only when if you apply it on your own to your own desktop or your laptop, and after applying this particular command, apply this particular feature, if you find your laptop is has become a bit faster than the earlier instance of time, how it was behaving earlier, then you will be getting hold of the thing is that whatever I'm trying to explain, it is not something like gibberish, but it holds true in the current scenario of time, that it definitely makes your computer a bit faster. So that's all for this particular video, guys. If you hope you like it, try it on your own. Do let me know that what has happened to your computer, whether it is running more fast, it has become more something like that. So that's all for this video. Thank you all, guys, and happy coding. See you again for another video. Thank you.